There was a man who lost everything. Not his money, not his family, not his health. He lost something worse. He destroyed his own mind. And the worst part, he didn't even know he was doing it. His name was Arjun, 26 years old. Average job, average life. But inside his head, there was a war. Every morning he woke up tired, not because he didn't sleep, but because his mind never rested. He overthought everything. Should I change my job? Am I wasting my life? What if I fail again? What if people laugh at me? Every decision became a battle. Every thought became a chain. He scrolled through social media for hours, not because he enjoyed it, but because it silenced the noise inside. He watched others succeed and felt like a failure. He wanted to change, but every time he tried, his mind pulled him back. One day, Arjun sat in his room, staring at the ceiling. He had a goal. He wanted to start a small business. He had the idea, he had the plan, but he couldn't start. His mind whispered, "You're not ready. You don't have enough experience. What if you lose money? What if people think you're stupid?" Days became weeks, weeks became months, and the dream stayed a dream. His friends moved forward. They took risks, they failed, they learned. But Arjun, he stayed stuck. Not because he was weak, but because his mind had become his enemy. He stopped trusting himself. He stopped believing in himself. And slowly, he stopped trying. One night, he looked in the mirror, and he didn't recognize the man staring back. His eyes were empty. His face was tired. He whispered to himself, "What happened to me?" The next morning, something changed. Arjun was walking to work, and he saw an old man sitting on the side of the road. The man was painting, not on a canvas, but on broken pieces of glass. Arjun stopped. He watched. The old man didn't notice him. He was focused, calm, present. Arjun finally spoke. "Why are you painting on broken glass?" The old man smiled. "Because broken things can still be beautiful." Arjun felt something crack inside. He asked, "But isn't it hard? Isn't it painful?" The old man looked at him. His eyes were deep, knowing. "Only if you keep cutting yourself with it." Arjun didn't understand. The old man continued, "Your mind is like this glass. It can be sharp. It can hurt you, but only if you keep holding it the wrong way." Arjun stood frozen. The old man put down his brush. "You're not broken because of your thoughts. You're broken because you believe them." Those words hit like lightning. That night, Arjun couldn't sleep. But this time, it was different. He wasn't overthinking. He was reflecting. He realized something powerful. His mind wasn't the problem. His relationship with his mind was. He had been listening to every thought, believing every fear, trusting every doubt. But thoughts are just thoughts. They're not facts. They're not predictions. They're just noise. And he had let that noise control his life. The next morning, Arjun woke up, and instead of asking, "What if I fail?" he asked, "What if I try?" He didn't wait for motivation. He didn't wait for confidence. He just started. He registered his business. He made the first call. He took the first step. And his mind screamed, "This is stupid. You're going to fail." But this time, he didn't listen. He didn't fight it. He didn't argue with it. He just kept moving. And something beautiful happened. The noise got quieter. Not because his mind changed, but because he stopped feeding it power. Arjun learned something that most people never learn. You don't destroy your mind by thinking too much. You destroy it by believing too much. Your thoughts will always be there. Fear, doubt, worry, but they don't have to control you. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who chooses what to do with them. Discipline is not about silencing your mind. It's about moving, even when your mind is loud. Courage is not about feeling fearless. It's about acting, even when you're afraid. Success is not about having the perfect plan. It's about starting, even when you don't feel ready. Arjun didn't become a different person. He just stopped being a prisoner to his own mind. And that changed everything. Today, Arjun still has doubts. He still has fears, but he doesn't let them decide for him. He paints his life on broken glass, not because it's easy, but because he learned. Broken things can still be beautiful if you stop cutting yourself with them. So if you're stuck, if your mind feels like a battlefield, remember this: you're not broken. You're just holding your thoughts the wrong way. Let them be, and keep moving. If this story touched you, like, share, and subscribe for more stories that speak to your soul.